Welcome back to the OneUI 8.5 follow-up video, guys. Yesterday I did a full review. It was me uncovering the OneUI 8.5 almost like in real time, not scripted, because I really want to do raw content like this. But since then, I'm now stuck with using OneUI 8.5 on my S25 Ultra, and for now, this is actually my daily driver. And I noticed some other new things. Some are very interesting, by the way. I'm going to start with the first one. This is apparently the system software update, guys, which looks kind of nice. So I'm going to go one step back inside the settings. Remember when you go inside software update, you get that all blurring menu. Now it looks like this, and that's, by the way, very, very fancy. All right, now remember yesterday when I was starting my flashlight and then I was going on my lock screen, I immediately saw that the flashlight is now integrated into the now bar, which means that on the lock screen, now I have a pill and I'm able to control it. But it turns out that there are more things like this, so there are more integrations. So I'm going to go inside the now bar and show you. Now bar settings. If I click on now bar and I just scroll down, you can see that there are these three things. So apparently current mode, the do not disturb, and the flashlight, which means that if I am now to engage with my do not disturb mode, which I'm gonna do right now, it will also be integrated with the now bar. But for some reasons, because it's probably very early stages, I cannot see it here. But when I go on my lock screen, here it is, guys. And this is, by the way, very, very handy. So from here, from my lock screen, I'm able to turn off the do not disturb. Something else that I've noticed, and I'm not sure if people know about this, but since I'm doing some shorts and I need to record stuff directly on my phone, when I engage with the screen recorder, now I get this very new rebranded menu. But forget about the design, which is, by the way, looking cool. There is this new option now for partial screen recording, and honestly, I'm gonna test it right now. All right, you can see now I am able to drag this area that I want to get recorded. And this is looking good, by the way. This is looking good. I mean, everything is so flawless. I really, really like how the OneUI 8.5 update is starting to shape. But forget about these things, guys. I was able to find two activities that apparently are not in this release that I'm using right now. And the first one is this thing called Now Nudges. So honestly, I've activated this yesterday. It is not working yet for me, but it's going to allow Galaxy AI to understand what is on your screen and then suggest relevant actions to help you get things done quickly and easily. And actually it has like three sub menus. So what this thing can do for us, it can get things done quickly. So Galaxy AI will suggest actions to take based on what's on your screen. When you go inside, you're gonna get this fancy animation, and it's gonna tell you that with one tap you can jump from a message where your friend told you where they are on a map and showing you details about the location. So it's even like more cross-app integration between messaging app and social apps such as Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook. So imagine you're talking with someone on WhatsApp, they're sending you their location, then the Galaxy AI will somehow immediately open Google Maps and show you the pin and stuff like this. I'm really thrilled. I can't really wait for this to work, but it doesn't work right now. Recall important info. Galaxy AI will understand what you're doing and show the info that you need when you need it. And this is actually very, very good. Like, it's trying to read your mind and connect the missing dots and give you the context. So when a task requires remembering something from the past, which is, I mean, that's a very broad thing. Like, what is the past? Galaxy AI reference previous chats, screenshots. Okay, so this is a definition of the past, and more to give you the info instantly without you having to search for it. So imagine I'm chatting with someone about a car, and then Galaxy AI somehow knows that I have this car in somewhere information, like in the screenshots, and boom, immediately somehow try to suggest, like, insert a screenshot here. This is really looking almost like the future. No, I'm joking, but it's looking better, definitely better, and definitely an AI that can do more things for us. Then there is this thing, fill out forms easily. It's more like an autofill function. So if you need to enter some personal information, in order to book travel, you can automatically fill in information like the name, email address, passport number, and then Galaxy AI will use this information you haven't before to find what you need. And then it also says that it's going to work with websites like Trip.com, DoorDash, Market, Coolio, Expedia, and more. I don't have a clue what those apps are. For example, I'm using Airbnb and Booking. They're not there. All right, when you click on the more Galaxy AI features, then you get the standard things that are from the settings. And the other thing that is quite cool is this thing, prioritize notifications. So Galaxy AI can now make sure that you're not gonna miss any of your important notifications. So you can set up certain apps like Vibe or something else to be handled with priority. So every time you get a notification from that app, it's gonna be like visually distinguished on your notification screen. And now it's not gonna look like this, it's going to look different, but I was not able to get much out of it besides trying to, activate it, which I actually did, and it's not really working yet for me. And it does support English, Korean, and you can see several languages. This is really cool because you can choose whatever to allow notifications from individual apps to be prioritized or in the app's notification settings. So like you are able to tailor your app's notifications and treat some with priority and some others not. I wanted to show you how the new battery settings look like. Again, we have this very big blue graded bars, and now when you click on the view details, you can see this is a bit different from how it's used to be, right? It's still showing the same information, but there are these cool things. By the way, pay attention. When I start scrolling, I'm gonna get all the days in this bar, which is actually quite good in terms of navigation. That's quite easy because I can scroll down and then I can go back on the 24 and see what really happened. And besides this, if you go to power saving, you're gonna see that they are also trying to refine the menus here a bit. So we have the standard power saving where you can go and customize all the options, but then we have the maximum one and I can turn it on, and you can also customize this. I hope it works, by the way. Yeah. So when you click on the maximum, you can limit background activities and apps and stuff like this. Now I'm gonna show you something that is very cool, guys. I'm gonna pick up a call and there is this new button. So this button is redesigned and I can go to text call, all right? And I think this existed before, but it wasn't like this with that Galaxy AI icon. So right now it looks kind of nice. And then people will hear my robotic voice telling them that I don't wanna really buy their shitty stock. So what about quick share, guys? I'm gonna click here. This is now quick share, and you can see, yeah, I really like this new peel bar shaped design, and it's here and it's here, it's everywhere. It looks good, by the way. So I can click here, right, and then it's going to go immediately to my pixel. It's really looking great. And then we have here these new style buttons, all right, where you can see these buttons almost like everywhere. They're gonna be also in the gallery. So honestly, this is looking good. I think One UI 8.5 should have been One UI 8, but okay, eventually it's gonna be the One UI 8.5 that is going to be a tiny bit more different versus One UI 7, because One UI 8 wasn't drastically different from the previous One UI 7. Also, the Now Brief right now is integrated with the Gemini, and you can use the Nano Banana latest model to do whatever you want to do on your images. For some reason, I'm not getting these suggestions right now, but yesterday I was able to get them. So it told me get creative with your selfies using the Nano Banana. So I can make a custom minifigure or make a photo look like an instant film. You can do whatever you want to do with the Nano Banana. Inside the connected devices, there is this revamped audio broadcast, and you can see again the menu buttons are like this. Even these bars here are also pill shaped. I really like this gradient color they're trying to use. By the way, I was installing some things like a German language support, and then the bar was also using gradient colors. It was not the boring like blue line all along. So this right now looks very much refined. There are also some new things inside the modes and routines, besides of course again using these new style buttons. Something that I really like, guys, is the fact that the adaptive back gesture works right now almost everywhere. And this should have been like from a long time ago, but it wasn't the case. So right now in One UI 8.5, you can see I can go and I can use the adaptive back gesture all the time. And by the way, if you wonder what this thing is, if I want to go back on the next screen, it's going to give me a preview of what the screen was before. This is the digital well-being, and again we see this new pill-shaped bar design. Also, they added kind of like a second layer on top of this. So you see we have a background, and this bar somehow looks almost like 3D on top of the background, which really adds a dimension. Now, for some reasons, and it's a bit weird because maybe because of the gradient here, this thing looks a bit more having like a 3D effect, but then when we scroll down, it becomes a bit flat. And honestly, I think they should either change this like completely flat or maybe just add this 3D design on the other bars. But even right now, the way it is, I think it's still very cool. Let's go inside the Wi-Fi settings, intelligent Wi-Fi. I have enabled here the connectivity labs. Also looking great. We have this very distinctive Samsung One UI design elements. Oh, and you can see they're animated. And then you get a weekly report with the usage based on time or just on usage, how much data you transferred, which channels you used. So honestly, One UI 8.5 is shaping to be a good update, guys, and I really hope that all of us are gonna get it very soon. There are also some tricks on the lock screen, like they added a new blur effect on the wallpaper, but it's just minimal stuff, so I don't really think that there is something interesting right now. The main important thing, which is the depth effect, is still missing, and I really hope that Samsung are going to include this, because all other vendors, they do have it. What about the wallpaper and style, guys? I can go inside the color palette. I want to see if I will get this like white system theming support. We have this already on Android 16 and the latest QPR releases on Android, and it's looking very good. To apply your color palette to the app icons, you need to use the default. Okay, I'm gonna use the default app icons. Oh my god, is this now working? No. A lot of my icons are themed, but not all of them. And okay, that's a pity. I really hope that Samsung are going to address that, because imagine how beautiful it's going to be to have this system-wide, like just theme all your icons. And in my case, you know, I use tons of apps, so it's gonna look definitely better. All right, guys, this is it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Again, I'm using this now as my main daily driver. Let's see what else I'm gonna find out. Stay safe, VST over, and bye.